What is going on, FA Nation? Jon Impemba here with Andrew Cooper. Welcome into the Fantasy Alarm NFL Game Day Playbook Show. It is NFL Week 8. Coop, we have made it almost halfway through the NFL season, and it is some good stuff happening today, right? It's National Tight End Day, so kudos to you and all your tight end faithful there. We have some big tight end plays on the board. It's some great matchups. We're getting injury news coming in. Jaden Daniels looking like he's going to play. So we're going to get that marquee 425 national televised matchup between the number 1 and number 2 picks here with Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels, which is going to be exciting because both quarterbacks are playing well. Sometimes those rookie quarterbacks can be a bit of a train wreck. Spencer Rattler, Bo Nix, but we're getting Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels here today. And you guys are already loaded into the chat, Coop. Why? Because, fantasy playoffs are coming soon. People got to start turning their seasons around, start positioning themselves into place to make some money this year.
Yeah, this is the biggest time of year, and it goes for everybody because obviously if you're 1-6, 2-5, you can't lose. But you also have to remember, if you're 5-2, 6-1, you can't take your foot off the gas. A lot of people will just coast, and you'll end up losing to the people that the people that were stashing guys like Nick Chubb and Jonathan Brooks, and then they had to load up, and then now they're going to be powerhouses. You could fall behind to those guys. You have to keep rocking and rolling. Plus, everyone underestimates how important the bye week is in fantasy football. This game, as much as we do everything we can to give ourselves an advantage, comb through all the numbers, do everything to tilt the scales in our favor, it still is super difficult and random from week to week. Not having to play that first week of playoffs is the biggest advantage in all of fantasy. So don't take your foot off the gas. And I see a lot of people in here early this morning getting their questions in early because they know how we do it here. So we appreciate everybody that popped in early. If you're popping in now, do us a favor, okay? Only ask your question once. We're going to hit on every question. We're going to rapid fire if we have to, but we go through them. Just put it in there once. If you put it in there multiple times, it just gums up the works. Also, give us the pertinent information that you can. Throw in whether it's PPR, throw in whether it's tight end premium, give us your contingent plays, whatever it is, get them in there. The other thing, try not to throw trades in like, oh, here's my whole team. What's a good trade? We got to try and get through these questions. People got to set their lineups for today. And there are 14 football games today, Johnny. So we got a lot of football today.
There is a lot going on right now today. Another thing that we have going on right now is our flash sale happening today only. Today only. Scroll down at the bottom. You can take $50 off your annual subscription package. That is less than $20 a month for the entire year. Today only. Go to fantasyslam.com/year, promo code year, and take advantage of that offer here today. Again, throw the QR code up on the screen. I'll cover myself. That's fantasyslam.com/year, promo code year. Take $50 off your annual subscription. That includes all premium content, DFS, betting, seasonal fantasy, all of your draft guides, your fantasy football draft guide next year is included, your fantasy baseball draft guide, which, believe it or not, even though the World Series is still going on, will be coming out in like 2 to 3 months. So you get that included, all the content, all the betting, all your needs, and premium Discord. So you get all of that for a year at less than $20 a month right now. Today only today is a sale going on. fantasyslam.com/year, promo code year. You can scan that QR code right there on the screen.
Since basketball and basketball and hockey have already started, it circles all the way around to your pre-draft rankings for basketball and hockey too. So it really is the best time to do this. I imagine that's why you and the marketing team cooked this one up, Johnny.
For sure. Plus, we have the 7-day free trial going on, so you can sign up and get that 7-day free trial included right there as well. All right. Marketing, promos, salesmanship aside, hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that share button. Free way to support the work we do here at Fantasy Alarm. And our first question goes to Ethan. Half-point PPR, 1 wide receiver, 1 flex, McConkey, Myers, McMillan, Dowell, and Irving.
Well, that must have been before we so McConkey's going to play, but he's nicked up. Same with Jacoby going to play. So these guys were all on the wire. And Bucky Irving's going to play, but he's dealing with turf toe.
Yeah.
For me, if we're living in this land of banged up guys and who knows, give me the upside with Jalen McMillan. So that's going to be my wide receiver. At the flex, I think if all of these guys are banged up and Rico Dowdle has a terrible matchup with the 49ers, I think I'm going to go with McConkey. Just because he's you know what I'm saying?
Where I would go as well there. So
he's led the team in targets.
Yep. Gino or Daniels, this is obviously tough because it's supposed to be some pretty bad weather in Seattle today.
Weather.
Shocker, it's going to rain in Seattle. I'm going to go Jaden Daniels. It is not an easy matchup for him either. The ribs are obviously, we don't know how injured was he, right? Like he was able to practice and, he's out there. Chicago does have a good defense, but the mobility for Daniels just gives me the edge if it's going to be that bad of weather in Seattle today. So give me Daniels. Then his last question is Shakir, McMillan, or JSN. Again, two of those receivers in the rain game. What are your thoughts?
I think with DK Metcalf out, I'm still going to go JSN. He's going to be a full-time wide receiver, whereas Shakir has not been a full-time wide receiver, and McMillan, we're hoping he is, but there's a real possibility, Johnny, that our guy Sterling Shepard takes over that slot job. Trey Palmer's obviously a veteran. I mean, I still like McMillan, but if you have a guy that we know is going to have a full-time role today, you just got to go with that guy, which is
for sure. Tua or Goff? I'm going Tua today. I'm all in on the Tua train. If he's healthy, he is good. That he led the league in passing.
Yep.
Lewis here wants to know Cousins or Tua. That's a little bit of a closer matchup here. Man.
I'll tell you, in my rankings, I have Tua ahead.
Yeah, I think Tua is still the way to go, but Cousins obviously is in a pretty good spot against Tampa Bay. He's not going to have the 500 yards and 4 scores again like he had 2 weeks ago, but against them, but still a good spot. Najee, Shepard, Douglas, Montgomery, Moss, Tracy.
We need 2, and it's half PPR. So Najee's so interesting because with Jaylen Warren back, he's been playing a 50% or lower snap share the last 2 weeks, but in that snap share, he's had back-to-back 100 yards and a touchdown. So I'm still gonna go with Najee. I'm the first guy I'm putting in is Monty, David Montgomery.
Yeah.
Good matchup for him. He's probably gonna score, and then I will go Najee Harris just because it's half PPR. Shepard and Douglas. I mean, I like Douglas a lot, but like half PPR is not his form.
No, I agree. Najee and Montgomery here. Guys, I just want to say we do see your questions coming in. We're going to get through these. You'll need to enter them in once. I promise you we're going down the list here. So
we're going to knock them.
Tune in, stay with us, and we'll rip through these for you.
I'll stay overtime if I have to, but we usually get through them.
We do. Lewis again here, half PPR, wide receiver, and a flex. Doubs, McLaurin, Eckler, McMillan, Moss, Shepard, and Najee Harris here.
Yeah, we don't love the matchup from McLaurin, but I'm still going him over these guys. He's, look at his game log. Last 4 weeks, 5 weeks, he's been crushing.
I like Doubs, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, oh, yeah. Sorry. In my mind, I was thinking that said Douglas. I like Romeo Doubs as well. I talked about it on the show earlier that I'm using him in DFS too. Back-to-back weeks with 2 touchdowns and then 10 targets.
Yeah, so Doubs and McLaurin for us there, Lewis. Brad wants to know one quarterback, Daniels. He talked about him obviously on the show this morning. I was tuning in. He's got Nick, Smith, Richardson, and Wilson on the wire. If you were very worried about Jaden Daniels here, I think Russell Wilson's who I would pick up in that situation against the Giants.
Just start Jaden Daniels, man.
Yeah, I think you just start Jaden Daniels, Brad. I know it's risky, but
it's also not worth dropping another player from your team because you're not going to drop Jaden Daniels. That's the thing. So,
and odds are Jaden Daniels is healthy. He's the one you're playing every week anyway. So
exactly.
Yeah, I agree. Need one: Olave, Stevenson, Bigsby, Tracy, or Irving.
Do we trust Ramondre Stevenson here, John, against the Jets?
I kind of like Tank Bigsby here. I know the matchup isn't the greatest, but like he has been an absolute monster.
Yeah, on the ground. They've been using Darius Johnson on pass plays though. Yeah. I can't go Olave. So it's big.
I mean, Stevenson versus the Jets defense. I know the Jets run defense hasn't been great, but like Patriots offensive line is bad. They're going to be down in this game.
Yeah,
I think Bigsby has a chance.
Yeah, it's Bigsby.
Brennan here, 12 team PPR. Need one receiver, one flex of Ridley, McConkey, Pearsall, Bigsby, Irving, Algier, and Mark Andrews.
I'm starting Pearsall for sure. Like, why not go for it? And then it's either McConkey or Bigsby, John. I can't start Irving with the turf toe 3-headed monster situation.
What about Andrews? Not in?
He's still ran less than 50% of the routes last week. I mean, I know he's scoring touchdowns, but like
touchdowns
all these guys can score touchdowns.
But he's scoring touchdowns.
Well, if this was last week, I would definitely put him.
So you go McConkey and Pearsall then?
I think I would go McConkey and Pearsall.
Okay. Tua or Baker today? Got to go Tua. Yeah, Baker has nobody to throw the football to, so I can't trust him until I see if he's willing to, if he has connections with these guys. And then Steelers trade for Wyatt Williams. is Wilson. If the Steelers trade for Williams, is Wilson to pick up the player? I actually made that move this week, Coop. I dropped Baker Mayfield and picked up Russell Wilson.
Yeah, I mean, Russell Wilson was the QB2 last week. I mean, I know it was a QB sneak to get him over the hump, but he threw 2 touchdowns too.
No Mike Evans for the team for at least a couple of weeks. No Chris Godwin like that. It
boggles my mind. You go and look at the consensus rankings. People still have Baker ranked top 10. It's like if you took Tyreek Hill and Waddle away from Tua, where would we rank Tua?
Yeah, right. He just lost 2 top 15 wide receivers. So for good, basically. So
you got to move him down.
Difficult to go there. Dell, Chubb, Bigsby, Ingram, ETN need 2.
I'm definitely starting Ingram. I mean, he's at a 25% target share. He had 10 targets, and then last week they only threw 20 times. He got 5. That's 25%, right? So
I think it's both wide receivers for me.
Dell and Ingram. Pass catchers. Yep.
Pass catchers. Yep. Running back and a flex of Cook, White, Javonte, and Flowers. You got to play Javonte this week.
Yeah, you got to play Javonte, and you got to play James Cook because the Seahawks are also not good against the run.
Yep, that's where I'd go, Josh.
Flowers is banged up, so
I like Bateman today in DFS. I mean, he's been in the playbook the last couple of weeks, anyways. But
Flowers also disappears sometimes when they run heavy.
Well, they gave him the end around last week, and then he got hurt, and I think he was just a decoy like the rest of the game there against Tampa Bay. Chiefs, Pittsburgh, or Baltimore D.
Chiefs against the Raiders, right?
I might go Pittsburgh versus the Giants, man.
Those are all good matchups, huh?
Yeah, go Pittsburgh versus the Giants here. We saw what the Eagles did last week to that no Andrew Thomas completely changed the Giants' offensive line. They had Daniel Jones got sacked like 8 times. So give me Pittsburgh here. DeAndre Hopkins will play a significant amount of snaps, according to Ian Rappaport.
Good, because when you with those situations, you got to find out if he's worked with this type of playbook and he knows the language. This tells me that he does. Like Devontae Adams played the whole game because he knew the language. Amari Cooper had to learn all the terminology. That's why he only played 19 snaps.
Yeah.
This tells me DeAndre Hopkins, I think they run kind of a West Coast offense. He probably knows the language and he's just going to go plug right in. I love that.
Andrews or Ertz?
That's where I would go.
Andrews is the right place.
That's where I go, Andrews. Yep. Yeah, because Ertz he's not breaking any tackle. No. He hasn't broken a tackle.
There's a better chance of Andrews taking over a snap share lead and having a big day than Ertz doing what he's doing now in his regular snap share.
Yeah, Ertz is exactly fine.
Dobbins, Swift, or Cook here need 2 running backs.
Dobbins is definitely one, right? I think it's Dobbins and James Cook for me. Swift has been good, but
I go Swift and Cook for me
over Dobbins, dude.
Yeah.
Dobbins has been awesome, and they get who do they have this week? They have I was just looking at this. Are you sure against the Saints, dude?
I'm telling you, I like Swift.
All right, you're gonna have to get another opinion on that because we're split. We both like James Cook.
Swift has been really good the last 3 weeks. They've utilized him in the passing game. They've utilized him in the running game. And they're coming out of a bye week.
I'm fully in on James Cook. The question is Dobbins or Swift.
I said Swift.
I like Dobbins. So you're gonna have to check. You're gonna have to find a tiebreaker on that. Usually we come to consensus, but I'm
Lawrence or Wilson this week. I'm gonna go Russell Wilson still.
I like Russ.
3 wide receivers, 2 flex. Starting Jefferson, Addison, and Dubs. Yep. Higgins and Henry. Swap out Henry with Yoshivas with the Higgins news. So Higgins is an uphill battle to play. You got Hunter Henry or Yoshivas for you.
I'd probably start Yoshi. I'm the biggest Hunter Henry fan out there, but the Jets are tough. They shut down Freiermuth last week. They basically the Steelers have been putting Freiermuth in the slot, and they actually just put Michael Carter right on him and said, if he's going to be your slot receiver, we're going to cover him with our slot corner, and he's the best slot corner in the league. So Hunter Henry is going to have to do some screens and some inline stuff if he's going to beat this team, and I don't trust it. I think he's going to have a good floor because they let you catch stuff underneath, but Yoshi is good when T. Higgins is out. Like
T. Higgins actually officially inactive today.
Okay, yeah. So Yoshi, get him in there.
Half PPR got Kelsey, Bigsby, Ingram, or Andrews for the other flex play.
I'm going Ingram. Yeah, Ingram's awesome. Awesome.
Super flex: T-Law, Goff, Richardson, or Jameis. Goff would definitely be one. I think he's just the safer of that group, and then maybe Jameis. Baltimore's passing has been horrific.
Yeah, I kind of like this T-Law Packers Jags game. Could be shootout though, Johnny.
We say
I have
we
Goff
always say
definitely
that
on.
they're going to be in a shootout, but that offense for Jacksonville has been pretty bad this
Pretty
year.
bad. Okay, yeah. I mean, go upside with J-Mo.
Yeah, I think Jameis could be your play here this week, Rod. Thoughts on Pearsall and rest of the season? I mean, no Jennings, no Ayuk. Ayuk's done for the year. They drafted him in the first round. Debo's coming off the flu as well. I'm in on Pearsall.
This game is huge for Pearsall because they use the fullback. Today, he needs to prove that he's taking over that Ayuk role and he's not giving it up. And then Jennings will stay in his role. If Pearsall doesn't have a big day or he makes mental mistakes, we've seen Jennings play that role, and then Pearsall will be the slot guy. So today, Pearsall is humongous for Ricky Pearsall.
Yeah. I mean, Jennings isn't going to play. So
Jennings is out. Yeah. So he's like, today he can grab that role and run with it.
He's going to lose to Chris Conley today. Yeah.
I'm just saying that, because next week when Jennings comes back,
Yeah.
they might put Jennings on the outside like they
Sure.
did week 2 when he had 3 touchdowns, So it's like Jennings already had his tryout and it was really good. So Pearsall needs to crush today.
Yeah, Rod, this is a pretty tough spot to be in here because Christian Kirk with Evan Ingram active has basically been a 0. Your hope here is that Jair Alexander just like shuts off Brian Thomas and they throw to Christian Kirk. But Sutton really hasn't been great either. The targets have been there, but obviously Bo Nix struggles throwing the football.
He gets the Panthers today, though.
Yeah, It's an easier matchup for Sutton, I guess.
Sutton.
I want to believe in Christian Kirk and Trevor Lawrence. I do. So
Sutton is the top dog leading the team in targets by far. I think you just got to lean into that.
Sure. One for rest of season: Wando Robinson, Jennings, Ridley, Watson, Wicks, Pearsall again, Coleman. Jeez,
just one
for rest of season. I mean, there's a lot of things can happen here, Brandon. We should never. I'll say this. I say this all the time. You should literally never be playing rest of season.
I think that's a list of guys that are on waivers, John.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. What I say today could change tomorrow, right? Like it's, play with the information you have. Right now, it's Ricky Pearsall because Jennings is out and Ayuk is out, and it's a better offense. So
with that quality of players on waivers, I would add Pearsall right now just to see. You can always circle back and add Wandale for his low A-dot targets if you want.
Watson and Wicks are like battling for wide receiver 3, wide receiver 4, it feels like, on that team. Wandale's fine. Target monster, just bad offense, and he's behind Malik Neighbors.
And his A-dot is like 1 yard.
Yeah, Leggett, terrible offense. And, Andy Dalton might not be quarterback again. I think Coleman is an interesting prospect now that Amari Cooper's there. Can take some coverage away from him if he gets a better second half. But I think Pearsall is where we want to go.
We want Pearsall.
Trey Tucker, Keon Coleman, bad weather. Yeah, bad weather in Seattle. Trey Tucker versus Kansas City. Coleman against Seattle.
I'm worried about Keon Coleman because a lot of people have been pointing out that the snaps for Coleman did not overlap well with the snaps from Amari Cooper. Essentially, that they were not on the field often at the same time. So I'm just going to go Trey Tucker.
They were on the field together when Cooper scored the touchdown, though.
Yeah, well, I mean, there was basically, I think it was like 5 or 6 snaps.
Does that have a lot more to do with Amari Cooper's not playing, do you think?
Without Curtis Samuel, for this week, without Curtis Samuel, they really don't have a choice.
Sure. McLaurin, Dubs, or Sutton needs 2. I think we go McLaurin and Dubs here, Rob.
Yep.
Let's see. There we go. Montgomery, Devonta Smith, Amari Cooper, Kraft need 1.
Wow. Not Kraft, obviously. And Devonta Smith he disappears at times.
Yeah, take Monty's safer.
Monty's the safest, and then Amari Cooper's the upside play. But Amari Cooper might not even know the full playbook. It's not that easy. So I think I'll just go Monty.
Yeah. Wilson or Nix. We're going to go Wilson there. DraftKings GBP, Achane and Waddle in the same lineup without Tua.
You're not a fan of Bo Nix this week against the Panthers?
No, I'm going to go Russell Wilson.
Okay.
I don't mind Bo Nix. He's in the playbook. He's in the dartboard rather this week for DFS. But he needs a rushing for him, I think. Listen, you're a running back and a wide receiver without the quarterback. You can. I guess it depends what it's like. Your quarterback Jalen Hurts or something like that. Then that's
right.
That's
the narrative is simple. Achane scores a rushing touchdown and Waddle scores a receiving touchdown.
You're just basically.
It's no different than starting David Montgomery and Waddle. It's like you're hoping for a rushing touchdown. If it's
pass, it's the same team. So if you're generally in DFS, you're trying to stack with a quarterback to take advantage of the touchdowns if you're stacking. But we've seen people win this year with all different kinds of lineups. So I think it's fine. Again, they're fine. Waddle's so cheap. So
that's the thing.
It's a good value play. Two wide receivers in a flex and standard league. Watson, Olave, Downs, Pearsall, Eckler, and Tracy.
2 of these wide receivers.
Yeah,
can't really trust Christian Watson on a partial snap share. I would just start Olave and Pearsall. And then in the flex, do you go Tyrone Tracy?
No, I would do Eckler over Tracy.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, go Eckler. Downs has been just the offense with Anthony Richardson is a totally different offense than the one with Joe Flacco. We have to accept that.
Yeah,
right?
For sure.
And then Watson's a part-time player, so it's like he could hit a 50-yard touchdown, or he could get.
He's the better quarterback of that entire group, though.
For sure.
So
I mean, but it's just like with Wicks in there, they rotate him, and it's fairly annoying.
Yeah. Bigsby, Shakir, or Dubs here. I'm going to go Dubs for you.
Dubs rocks.
Ann Dunn says, good morning. Good morning, Ann.
Yeah, what up?
Rob needs Algier, Moss, Pittman, or McMillan. Needs one.
Call me crazy. I'm just going to start Michael Pittman Jr. Like, he plays every snap. He's outside wide receiver. It's the Texans. That's a must-win game. I just don't see how he wouldn't be involved today.
Sure. Ann needs a Rashad White, Olave, Dubs, Judy, or Andrews, 2.
Dubs will be 1. How do you feel about Jerry Judy, John? I kind of like him.
He saw fewer targets than Tillman, and I think obviously Njoku, and I think he might have even fewer targets than Moore too, right? Like,
yeah, but he still got. I mean, they threw 50 something times, so everybody was juiced a little bit. The thing with Rashad White, 3-headed monster, Bucky Irvin's, a little banged up, but I mean,
he used Rashad White a ton last week though. So
yeah, I mean, Dubs definitely. So would you go Rashad White?
FFPC, I still lean Andrews, man. I'm not afraid of the snap share like you.
FFPC is tight end premium too. Go Dubs and Andrews.
Yeah,
live a little, man.
Dubs and Andrews there, and Murray or Cousins this week. I'm gonna go with
Murray. Come on, John. Come on.
He has. I mean, without the 60-yard run last week, he sucked.
Well, one of the few guys capable of a 60-yard run.
I feel like Cousins is your safer play, and if you want some upside, I guess Murray could be your guy. And then I'm going to go Daniels over Bo Nix.
Jaden Daniels, yes.
Yeah. We lost Godwin last week. You also lost Rice and Hayuk. Pretty broke. He's a Tyreek. He needs 2 of Sutton, Wicks, Tillman, and Pearsall. I think it's the last 2. I think it's Tillman and Pearsall.
Yes. Yeah.
Tillman had 11 targets last week, so it's hard.
11 of 52 is like 18%. Like, Evan Engram got 5 of 20. That's 25.
They're still going to throw a lot. They're not going to be winning these games. It's Baltimore. So
yeah. So it's Pearsall definitely.
Yeah, I still think Tillman over Wicks and Sutton. So
over Sutton.
Yeah, I like the quarterback better.
Okay.
Wicks we don't know, and Sutton again.
Wicks I'm not starting. I'm trying not to start Christian Watson or Wicks if I can avoid it.
This is actually tough this week. Javonte Williams coming off 2 touchdowns, smash spot against the Panthers at home, or David Montgomery, who you know is a touchdown machine here. It might be Javonte Williams this week.
Yeah, if you feel like you need the upside, it's Javonte. If you just want the safest play, I mean, the Lions are 12-point favorites over
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So Monty's the safe play, and Javonte's the upside. Like, your name's Lucky Lebo, so if you're feeling lucky, go Javonte.
Wide receiver for PPR: Leggett, Wilson, Shepard, and Ray McLeod.
Man, I do not trust Michael Wilson. I just don't. I would start Xavier Leggett because I think. Well, is he going to get Patrick Surtain? It might be Ray McLeod. Targets are pretty consistent for Ray. I have it. The way I have it ranked is I have Leggett ahead, just because of the upside.
That's fine. I'll take it.
So go Leggett.
Tracy, Singletary, or Mostert? I go Mostert here.
Mostert.
Yep.
Scored 21 touchdowns last year.
Yep. Daniels, Nix, or Purdy, 6 points per touchdown, half point per rush. Probably Daniels then at that point.
Daniels with the rush, yeah. I mean, that's crazy.
Downs or Dunze? We're gonna go with Dunze here, Russ.
Go upside.
Mahomes over Mayfield, Lucky.
For sure, Lucky. Mahomes.
Marvin Jones or Terry McLaurin?
I personally would go Marvin here. because Jalen Johnson and Howard has me scared of a little bit of Terry. I mean, I still like him, but Howard is way off him this week, so I'll go Marvin.
It's a tough matchup. Again, the Bears are coming off of a bye, and they have a good defense. So
right, and they have a corner.
Dynasty trade question.
No, I can't do that today, Obi.
Yeah.
Obi, send me that in the Discord, dude.
Yeah, maybe you're in there.
Yeah,
would you trade
Obi's
away a first for more? Sure, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I would do that. Okay, well, that was an easy one. Try not to do trade questions today, though, folks.
Yeah,
we're loaded up here.
Fryermuth or Otten?
I'm going Cade Otten today in full PPR.
Okay.
They got nothing else.
Quite the card collector too, by the way. Good card collection.
Oh yeah, I always see him in there. Muth is good. I think Muth is going to have a better week than he did last week against the Jets. But Cade Otten, I mean, like the floor is minimum 5-6 targets.
Yep. Hunt, Connor, or Taylor?
Definitely starting Taylor.
I think you got to go Hunt here.
You got to go Hunt. Yeah, against the Raiders. You're going to eat today.
Debo's a night game, so I guess I need to start one of these. Pierce, Noah, Brown, Shepard, Wilson. Wait, are you saying like you got to start one of them because you don't know if Debo's going to play? I think Debo's good to go from what I saw.
Yeah, start Debo. Debo's good to go, and if he doesn't play, then just scramble and pick up like Jacob Cowing or somebody.
Yeah,
like Alec Pierce, Noah Brown. No, if you had a better option, then maybe.
Debo, Montgomery, or Dubs.
I'm starting Debo. He's playing. Unless we hear that Debo Samuel is not going to play, then I'm starting Debo.
All right.
And I think the Packers play at 4:00, don't they? So
Packers play at 1:00.
Damn.
1:00 versus Jacksonville.
Damn, all these games are at 1, huh?
Yeah, we got a bunch of 4:00 games.
Unless I'm starting, if we hear that Debo is out, then just start David Montgomery against the Titans.
Okay. Have Baker pick up Cousins. Knicks, yeah, pick up Cousins.
Pick up Cousins. Yeah.
Sup, Kangas, man.
Kangas, what up, dude?
Kincaid or Otten?
I'm still sticking with Kincaid.
Okay.
He's getting the targets. I mean, like he hasn't converted well. And he looked really good against the Jaguars, but then the game got out of hand and they shut it down.
Zay Flowers officially active for today.
Yeah.
Our guy Dan wants to know Pitts or Myers. I think we go Pitts here.
Pitts, yeah.
An easy one. Laporta or Kraft? Sam Laporta is taking big steps back this year, but no Jameson Williams today. Maybe that re-enters Laporta into the picture.
But Kraft has what has been the best matchup for tight ends so far this year against the Jaguars. I think I'm going to go Kraft.
Okay. And then Chuba or Dowell?
Chuba. I do not want to start Dowdle against the 49ers.
Plus, we don't know what's going to happen with Dalvin Cook, right? Activated.
Yeah. Dalvin Cook's activated. Great matchup for Jordan Mason.
Need 2 of Bateman, Andrews, Tillman, McMillan, and Shepard. I think you have to play Bateman. The way he's been playing lately.
And use Andrews. It's FFPC, so it's tight at premium.
Stacking Ravens here today.
Rams.
Travis Etienne inactive for today.
Good.
Devonta Smith, Mooney, Bateman, and Lockett.
Mooney and Lockett are definitely in there because no DK and Mooney's been great. I think I'll just start Devonta Smith. Like you can't be Devonta Smith is going to have bad weeks. He's going to have great weeks.
Yeah. Sorry, I was getting rid of the spam questions that we got in our chat here. Craig wants to know running back Achane, Mason, or White.
Mason. Just if it's just one, it's Mason. I mean the Cowboy Mazzie Smith and Linval Joseph have been 2 of the worst defensive interior players in the entire league, and it's crazy.
Yep.
Like if you don't sort it by snaps, John, they're both ranked outside the top like 700 players for front 7. It's nuts how bad they've been.
Yeah. I mean, no, you're not going to sit one for a quarterback in the super flex. Play the quarterback, Craig.
That inside zone scheme where you like read the defensive tackle, they're just going to go straight up the middle all game.
Yep. And McLaurin, Olave, Rattler, McLaurin, Olave, JSN, and Shakir.
Rain bands. There they are. It's still McLaurin.
Because Alan Lazard is inactive for today.
Who is?
Alan Lazard.
Good.
Inactive.
Makes our lives easier.
Najee or Bigsby?
With no TTN. They're both going to.
I think it's Najee versus the Giants.
I think it's Najee, yeah. They both going to split. Dearness Johnson plays more than we want him to. That's
I almost put him in the playbook for the dartboard. I was very close to doing it with his
the
recent
inconvenient truth is that Warren and Dearness are both going to play. So Najee has back-to-back 100-yard rushing, 1 touchdown games, and now he gets the Giants.
Yep. Rattler, Hopkins, Shepard, Wilson need 1 in a PPR and PPR Superflex. I don't think I would play Rattler in this spot, even though I always preach quarterbacks and Superflexes.
Come on. Yeah, but then you circle back. So you're starting. Oh, just one? Start DeAndre Hopkins. They said he's going to play the whole game.
Yep.
They're going to crush the Raiders today. The Raiders deserve it after the Kermit stuff last year. I'm telling you.
We got Tuitt over Baker for me, and then Pollard or Stevenson, Coop.
Pollard, no. Tajik Spears inactive today.
Okay, and then wide receiver, Olave, Dubs, or JSN.
I like Dubs there, John. It's going to rain in Seattle.
Yep. And then a flex from the rest. So Stevenson, Olave, or JSN. Probably Stevenson in that spot.
Yeah, I think I'll go Stevenson. And then
Otten or Kraft?
Otten. Look at Dude Love getting all his questions out all at once. Good job.
Montgomery or Lockett? Montgomery here, Rob.
Montgomery, yeah.
Even with DK Metcalf out, I'm going to go Montgomery there.
Montgomery and Gibbs are both good starts because they're 12-point favorites against the Titans. The implied point total for the Lions this week is like 30.
Agreed. Start 2. Tolbert, Vele, I guess, is the guy in Denver there. Singletary or Gibson? Jalen Tolbert, I think you play.
Jalen Tolbert, you play. And I'm not starting Devon Vele because those guys all rotate. No one played more than 60% of the snaps. Only Adam Trotman did out of
Did you go Antonio Gibson here?
Against the Jets? I think I would just start Singletary, man.
Singletary versus the Steelers?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What great. I mean, Gibson's been
Gibson's gotten 7. Besides the one game, the thing is he got banged up last. Is he healthy? Is he healthy?
I don't know.
I'll just go Tolbert.
Hasty also looked good, so they might just continue to kind of play.
That's what I'm saying. Scored a touchdown. I'd go Tolbert and Singletary.
All right, Tolbert and Singletary.
Mike and me Hasty.
Mahomes are 2. I'm going Tua here.
Tua.
Watson, Adunze, or Wandale.
I like Adunze. I was big on Christian Watson. He's just not playing enough, man. And Wanda Robinson is safe but boring. Actually, I would go Wandale in PPR.
I said PPR. He's going to get targets.
I know, and I like it. I mean, Wanda Robinson's on pace for 150 targets this year. What the heck?
Pearsall, Shakir, Algier, McMillan have PPR.
Pearsall, go for it.
Lost Ayuk. Do I start Tolbert, Tillman, McMillan, or Worthy?
So I like Tolbert this week.
Yeah.
Because Jake Ferguson has the toughest assignment you can get as a tight end. Fred Warner and Devondre Campbell just held Kelsey to 17 yards.
Mm-hmm.
So it's Tolbert.
It's Tolbert, yeah. Tolbert out of the bye. Warren, Dubs, Downs, Wilson, Jatavion Sanders start 2. We got tight end premium league here.
I'm starting to believe, John. You've always preached coming out of the bye. I'm really truly starting to believe. It's
dude, if they haven't used that extra week to game plan for this matchup, what are we doing?
The first 15 plays, game script is locked and loaded. Start 2, Dubs definitely, and the other one will be Jalen Warren.
Yep,
has to be.
McLaughlin or Durness, probably Durness.
I really hope that Tommy Tremble just fades away because I like Jatavian Sanders, but Tremble's back this week, so it's back to being a mess. Durness, right? In the deep leagues?
Durness, yeah. Mooney, Watson, Dowell, Judy, Brown, Mean start 2.5 PPR. Mooney for 1, Ben.
Mooney for sure.
And then
I personally like Judy. I like Judy, yeah.
Judy works.
That's where you go, Judy.
Yeah. Myers, Downs, or Dunze? Rome?
Probably got to just be Jacoby, man.
You're going Jacoby over Rome?
Jacoby Myers against Trent McDuffie.
Sure. Okay.
That's kind of a bad matchup, actually, John. I think I would go Rome. I think you're right. Go upside with Rome.
All right, Rome Dunze for us. McMillan or Pittman?
Pittman. We don't know. I like having McMillan on the bench just to see.
Sit 1 for Adam. I think we're sitting Keenan Allen here.
Yeah.
Dubs or BTJ? I mean, almost every other week, BTJ is the answer, but he's going to draw Jair Alexander here. So
yeah, I'm going.
Give me Romeo. Romeo for me.
Romeo.
Gino or Herbert? Kind of gross, but I'm going to go Herbert this week again. Just the matchup for Gino in the rain.
Yeah. No Metcalf.
Twitch first of the day.
Oh, there they are. The
Got
Twitch
a couple of
gang.
Twitch questions, by the way, that are coming up here.
Twitch
Need
glasses.
2 of 4. Coop, Lockett, Brian Robinson, Mooney, Madison.
Lockett and Mooney.
Lockett and Mooney. All right, Lockett and Mooney it is.
With no Metcalf. I mean, Mooney's been great. He's already playing London.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about going Robinson, honestly.
Over who? Over Mooney?
No, play Mooney, and then I would play maybe play Robinson over to Lockett.
It's rain.
All right.
Has that over under come down at all? I'll check it right now. You hit another question.
All right. Let's get in question for more Twitch questions. So Komet, Pitts, or Kraft?
Oh, sorry. Pitts for sure.
Okay.
Upside.
Tolbert, Downs, Pittman, Tracy, Sanders.
Tolbert and Pittman.
Tolbert and Pittman, and then we're gonna go Jalen Hurts over Baker here for sure.
The over under is still 45 in that game.
Right. Hunter Connor full PPR for the Dolphins fan here.
Kind of a cream hunt, right, against the Raiders.
Yeah, I mean, obviously James Conner was a beast last week.
James Conner's awesome.
The volume for Cream Hunt's been crazy.
Yeah.
I took the over 69.5 yards for Cream Hunt today. Dubs, Coleman, Wilson.
Is that just rushing or rushing plus receiving?
Just rushing.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Get him in your lineups. They're saying he's going to have 70 yards today?
Yep.
Yeah.
Dubs, Coleman, Wilson.
Dubs,
yep.
Dubs,
and then Rodgers or Wilson. I'm going to go Russell Wilson there too.
I'll be like Russell Wilson. Man, if Russell Wilson could be awesome the rest of the way, dude, I could really
They let him cook.
Underdog.
Daniels, should I grab Nix, Geno, Wilson, Winston, May, or Herbert? I still probably play Jaden Daniels, but
yeah, it would be Jaden. We had a little
options there.
We had a little powwow this morning to talk about where we were going to rank Jaden Daniels. He's still the top 12 for me. He's exactly 12, and none of those guys you named are ahead.
Yeah. One wide receiver, one flex of Flowers, JSN, Pittman, Kirk, Pearsall, Chuba, Chase, Eckler, Tracy.
I'm going to stay away from Flowers since you have options. I'm going to start
Pearsall for one.
Pearsall. Yeah, you got to go upside with Pearsall, and then probably Chuba Hubbard.
Just for volume of touches.
Just for volume, yeah, because it's not a good matchup. But
I hate that they went back to Bryce Young. So honestly, I probably still play Flowers. He's active.
All right, Flowers and Pearsall. If you are worried about the injury, I mean, JSN, Pittman, and Chase Brown are all reasonable options. So
yeah,
you know, if you're playing it conservative, then go with Chase Brown.
Debo, Ryan Thomas Jr., Jalen Reed, Devonta Smith. Bench one. I would probably bench. You can't bench Reed. No, you bench BTJ.
Yeah, we love BTJ, Travis. John originally did, and then I came on board. And if we're saying bench him, then that means it's not a good matchup, and it's not.
Yeah, just hard to trust.
Jair Alexander.
Yo. Hubbard or Tank? I go Tank here.
Tank, yeah.
Better team. Brown, Waddle, Worthy, Tillman, Hunter Henry.
I like Waddle. I think Waddle. I mean, why? Well, I put Waddle back where I had him. I think 2 is back. I think things are good.
Okay.
Twitch gang.
Mahomes or Williams? Gonna go Williams for me. Kittle or Andrews? Scoop.
Kittle. Kittle's been awesome. Kittle and Andrews are both scoring touchdowns, but Kittle's playing the entire game. That's the difference. Plus, they're missing a bunch of wide receivers. Kittle is like tight end 2 behind Brock Bowers for me.
Hubbard or McLaurin? Bigsby or Dowell?
Bigsby.
Flowers, Chase, Brown, Hopkins, or Wicks? Chase Brown. Flowers, Chase Brown, Hopkins, or Wicks?
We like Hopkins, right?
Hopkins. We'll give him a
Hopkins is going to play the whole game, and he is such an attitude-based player. He's going to go out and play great. I'm telling you.
We'll go Judy here.
Yes, we like Judy.
Tillman, Tolbert, Pearsall, Henry, or Laporta needs 2. I go Tolbert for 1.
Tolbert
and Pearsall.
Pretty Ricky. Yeah, we like Pearsall.
Diggs, Worthy, McMillan, Neighbors, or Pearsall. I gotta play Neighbors. I'm not gonna say him. And Diggs.
You have to play Neighbors. Diggs and Neighbors. Yeah. That's where we draw the line. I mean, we like Pearsall because of the upside, but you got to remember the floor is this is a rookie playing his second game ever.
Yeah. I have Baker. Can I pick up Wilson? I would play Wilson over Baker this week. Yes.
Yeah.
McConkey, Tracy, Tolbert, Means, Henry, FFPC.
Tolbert.
Tolbert. Okay.
If Tolbert doesn't do anything today, I mean, I'm betting the under in that game, but like Ferguson's in trouble. Dowdle's in trouble. CeeDee Lamb can only do so much. Like if CeeDee Lamb has 200 yards, that's still only 200 yards of offense. Like Tolbert has to do something today or the Cowboys are doomed. And they might be.
Yep. Should I be worried for Kittle and pick up Komet, Henry, Ertz, Fant, or Freiermuth?
Well, Kittle's a go and he plays tonight. So those guys aren't going to help you. Like the only one that would help you, none of them.
Well, he's saying, would you start one of those over Kittle?
No. I would say that if you can drop someone from your bench, add Freiermuth because he plays tomorrow. So that's what I would do. But so he's the only one that plays after Kittle. So it's Freiermuth if you can afford to drop somebody one.
And then wide receiver 2 in a flex of Moore, Alexander Madison, Robinson, Bateman, Myers, Etienne's out, Downs, or Walker. You can't sit Kenneth Walker, so
you can't say DJ Moore.
Is there DJ Moore there? Did I miss? Oh yeah, DJ Moore and Kenneth Walker was the first.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Ravens, Texans, Bears, Commanders, Giants, Dolphins, Cardinals. Texans versus Colts for me.
Ravens versus Browns. Oh, John.
Yeah, but the Ravens defense hasn't been good.
Yeah, you're right. It actually hasn't been that good. All right, Texans it is.
Texans versus the Colts.
Their run defense has been very good.
Yeah. 1 point every 5 catches, Mooney, Harrison, Shepard. Listen, I get Marvin Harrison has been disappointing. The inconsistency
the extra point at 5 catches doesn't really move the needle for me too much, Lewis. Because if we're projecting these guys to have, we're not projecting we're not starting anybody that we think is going to have less than 5 catches.
Do you worry about the Harrison with the what's that?
Ramsey?
Yeah, Ramsey.
Yeah. I mean, Ramsey, I think regardless, like Mooney has just been so good, you just start Mooney.
All right. Mooney it is, and then Andrews or Kraft.
You want to go Andrews, don't you?
I do want to go Andrews, yeah.
Go Andrews, yeah. Kraft is such a good matchup, but they do have a lot of mouths to feed. No one on the Packers is on pace for 100 targets. They're truly sticking to this spread it around.
Yeah. Watson, Tillman, Worthy, Warren, Dowell need a flex.
This is where I would go Tillman, I think.
Okay.
Right? And just hope you caught lightning in a bottle.
Flowers, Mooney, or Allen?
Half PPR. It's definitely not Keenan Allen. Did you start Mooney? Did you start Flowers just because he's playing?
I like Flowers, but Mooney is certainly in the better spot. So
Mooney's a safe play. Yeah. Shoot us a text, Belmer.
Flowers is the number 1 wide receiver on that team. Mooney's
I know he is.
3, right?
Mooney's battling for 3.
So.
But I just worry that Flowers is going to be decoy again.
Sure.
And you got to remember that Flowers in a healthy game against the Bills, where they just ran the ball a bunch, only got 2 targets. So it's not like he's like incapable of not being
and I can't even say are they going to run against a tough Browns defense? They have Derrick Henry. They're going to run the football. So.
They're going to run the football, yeah.
McMillan, Tillman, Tolbert, or Henry. I think we did this one already.
In FFPC, yeah, we said Tolbert,
right?
Mm-hmm.
Chubb or Kamara? What are we doing with Nick Chubb?
Chubb,
got in the end zone 6 times last week, but only 1 counted. So.
I know. I'm starting Kamara still, even though he's got like 17 different injuries.
I was going to say, where's the NFL injury reporting going on if he's playing with a broken hand and broken ribs earlier this year?
They literally they're just like,
not listing those things. Like
they turned to him and were like, "Hey, man, like we're just going to give you some extra money," and they gave him a new contract. They're like, "You just got to keep playing."
And then he outed them. So
right,
it's still Kamara. I cannot wait for Derek Carr to come back though, because Spencer Rattler's
bad. All right, let's get rapid fire for a bit to catch up.
Tracy,
Deontay's out. Oh, Dearness. It's still Tracy in half PPR. Dearness Johnson is probably not going to get many carries, just passes.
Longest reception bonus. Tillman, Justice Hill, Palmer, or Henry. Gotta go with Tillman there.
Tillman with the reception bonus, yeah.
T. Higgins out, add Yoshi Voss, and then pick between Yoshi Voss, Wicks, Tillman, Pearsall, Sutton.
I'll go to Looney Bin starting Pearsall. They're missing Ayuk and Juwan Jennings. He has to play. He's gonna play 90% of the snaps.
Okay. So who are you playing? Pearsall.
Oh, and Yoshi.
Yoshi?
with Joe Burrow and
Who would
no
you drop
Higgins.
of that group to get Yoshi Russ?
Probably
Wicks?
just drop Wicks, yeah.
Chubb, Coleman, McMillan, or Tillman. Need one.
Chubb,
Mason or Dobbins?
Mason, smash.
Yossi Voss or better play in DraftKings than the Tampa Bay wide receivers or Tillman.
Yoshi is 3,600.
Yeah, I mean it's a similar pricing from the wide receivers in Tampa Bay. I like the matchup a lot better. Bengals versus Eagles is a pretty fun game, so I'm good going Yossi Voss.
I'm good with Yoshi. We've seen him be good earlier this year when Higgins
he was good even when Higgins and them were a couple games ago. He had that touchdown. So
he's Alan Lazard, dude.
Yeah, Mason, Thomas, or Lockett definitely playing Mason. You need 3. All right, so who's sitting? Assuming that's Javonte. So play Javonte, Mason.
I probably just start the 3 running backs, Big Mama.
There's only 2 running backs there. Mason, Brian Thomas.
Brian Thomas. Oh, we got to sit Brian Thomas then against Jair.
Yeah, sit Brian Thomas or play Lockett in the rain. That's your question.
Play Lockett in the rain.
Okay. McBride, Dell, Wandale, Mooney. Need 2.
All right.
Dell and McBride, 2 best players.
It's Dell for sure. Yeah, McBride and Dell.
Then Dak or Kyler. I'm gonna go Dak Prescott out there. Allen.
You
Anti-Kyler Murray. Dallas out of a bye.
Kyler rocks.
Dallas out of a bye. Lockett or Mooney?
Mooney.
Yeah. White, Hopkins, McConkey, Irving. Hopkins. Let's have fun.
D-Hop, yeah. They said, and they've given us permission to start DeAndre Hopkins. If he doesn't play a full snap share, I mean, that's one of those things where it's like people will say, oh, he's expected to be limited about certain guys when they don't know.
Yeah.
When they do know, when they come out and say he's going to play a huge snap share, someone has told them that. You know what I mean? Like, you don't just say, oh, I bet he plays a huge snap share. Someone told them that. So that's the information we lean into.
Yep.
Like, you would never just speculate and be like, oh, yeah, he's going to play like the whole game.
Josh Uche out for the Patriots here today. I like Breece Hall a lot in DFS, and that will definitely help.
Yeah.
Sutton, Bateman, Lockett, Hopkins, Chubb. I like Bateman.
I'm going Hopkins and Lockett still. These guys aren't witches, John. They're not going to melt in the rain. They're professional football players. I think they're still going to catch plenty of passes. I think that's going to be a run-heavy game, and I'm betting the under. But
Hopkins and Lockett for you? I like Bateman, man.
Rashad Bateman. I mean, he has really good separation this year. It's just getting him the ball has been. I mean, yeah, he's gotten four catches in most of these games.
Safe play is Lockett there, Josh. Bateman and Hopkins for your upside.
Yeah.
We'll wait one more week on Nick.
Good to see the Hamburglar in the house.
Pittman or Palmer? Probably go Pittman in this
Pittman, yeah. Trey Palmer is.
Sutton, Shakir, Moss, Tillman, Ridley, Franklin. Need 1. Need 2.
I'm not starting Sutton. I'm not starting Franklin over Sutton. I'm starting Sutton and
Tillman or Moss.
Tillman.
Okay. Komet or Ingram.
Ingram.
Javonte or White.
Javonte. Great matchup for Javonte.
Laporta or Otten.
It's in full PPR. It's got to be Otten. Laporta's getting like 1 catch a game, and I know it's a boost with Laporta with JMO out, but I don't think Laporta's healthy.
Noah Brown, Alec Pierce, Donta Foreman, Chica Conquo for Ann here.
I mean, it's got to be Alec Pierce just trying to hit a home run, right? Noah Brown is quote unquote the wide receiver too.
I said it might be Noah Brown if we think that McLaurin is getting locked up.
He is the wide receiver too by default, but I mean, he hasn't done anything. At least Pierce has showed us that he can rip off monster plays. Right?
Yep, I agree. I mean, he did nothing, and then in 3 plays, he had 3 for 130 and 2 scores.
That's what I'm saying. Like if I'm already living in a land of uncertainty, then I'll just go with the guy that could score a 60-yard touchdown. He's 6'4", and like this guy on paper is, he's basically DJ Chark is what he is. It's like on paper he's incredible, super fast, 6'4", 210, and then he just doesn't have
Amari, Worthy, or Hopkins for Luke.
Amari. That's it.
Okay. Ingram, Tucker, Craft, Isaiah Likely standard.
Ingram.
Pittman or Coleman, Pittman or Tillman standard.
Pittman, dude. Like Tillman's still just an idea. We only saw 1 partial game from Jameis Winston where 3 different quarterbacks played. They threw 1,000,000 times. We're like, he's an upside play, but this game it could sort out completely differently. I'm going.
Yep. Juan in here from Framingham. So
Hey, what's up,
Massachusetts
dude?
guy in the chat. Would you drop Baker, pick up Darnold, Cousins, or Goff? I mean, any one of those three.
Yeah,
I lean probably Darnold.
Darnold. Yeah, it sucks they lost Darisaw, but like
Yeah,
Darnold's still going to be good.
yeah.
Yeah,
They're getting Hawkinson back.
yeah. They're getting Hawk back. That's why you add him because it could be even better.
I think Darnold's where we're going there, but I honestly like any one of those three is an upgrade over Baker at this point. So, Andrews or Henry?
I have Hunter Henry ranked ahead still, but I might have to move Andrews ahead.
Am I pushing you to it?
You are. I think I'm going to go Andrews.
I'm not often wrong with these things, Coop. You know,
I know you're pretty good.
Douglas, likely, Warren, or Downs.
Douglas, man, he's gonna get peppered. He was sick last week.
He was sick, and then nobody knew about it. Those damn reporters.
I'm gonna move Mark Andrews up
2 spots,
4 spots actually. I want to move him ahead of Frymouth, Henry, and Laporta. I think.
Okay. You can all blame me if it doesn't work out. Hopkins or Wandale?
You are entirely to blame. DeAndre Hopkins.
Okay. Komet and Njoku.
Njoku, man. Awesome.
Twitch gang.
Twitch glasses.
Connor.
The Twitch gang. Connor, right, John? I mean, he's not splitting. He's the guy. Yeah.
What's good?
Sub L Craft and start both.
Wait. Oh yeah. I read that the other way. I read that as like play tight ends. Play.
Don't worry about the tight end premium. Kraft is still he's like, I just can't see. I mean, I guess it's possible, but like with all the different pass catchers,
he made a really nice touchdown catch last week, but like
he
without
did,
that,
but there's no reason for them to just throw him like 10 targets
unless
with guys healthy. Everyone's healthy.
Agreed. Andrews or Henry?
It's Andrews all of a sudden, Jeremy.
All of a sudden. Nick needs 3 of this group. Olave, Waddle, Watson, Dubs, McMillan, and Cohen. Waddle and Dubs are locked in.
Yep, agreed.
Olave, Watson, McMillan, or Cohen for you?
Dude, you just have to start Olave. Too much uncertainty with the other guys.
Okay. And you know what? He could see a whole bunch of targets today.
He could see a lot of targets, It's like, there's a lot of guys getting bad targets, but they're getting like 12, 13 of them. Like Cedric Tillman.
The Olave versus McMillan is, do you take the better quarterback with the unproven receiver or the unproven quarterback with the good receiver? Right?
Yeah, I don't know. I would watching 15 run around out there last week did not inspire confidence. McMillan did not seem confident himself. I still I like having him on my bench is where I like McMillan.
2 of Connor, Hunt, Mostert, and Madison here. Definitely playing Hunt and Connor or Mostert. I think Connor for the full job, right?
Connor, yeah.
Reed or Pearsall? I'm going to Reed here, Doug.
It's Reed. Yep.
Durness, JSN, Waddle, Sutton are down. So definitely playing Waddle as 1 here, Ryan. And JSN.
Waddle and JSN.
Yep. Need to start 2 in a flex. Taylor, Hunt, Reed, Kamara, Montgomery. Sheesh.
Taylor for sure. Taylor, Hunt, and Reed.
You like Taylor versus Texans this week, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. So do Hunt is the other one. So Taylor, Hunt, and then Reed or Kamara or Montgomery.
I mean, it's Jaden Reed.
Yeah,
it's probably. I mean, I would, if this were my team, I would start Alvin Kamara. That's what I would do.
Okay. I've got Cup and AJ Brown and wide receiver.
Right, let's go super rapid fire.
I mean, we're doing our best here. Kittle or Bowers?
Bowers.
Ladder Hopkins. Pearsall, Ingram, Dell, or Chubb need 2.
Dell and Ingram.
Okay. Harrison or Dell?
Shit. I'm starting Marvin Harrison Jr.
Okay. Cousins or Wilson? I'm going to go Wilson.
Wilson. Yep.
Kraft or Komet?
Kraft. Komet, snap share is not good.
Njoku for this one.
It's target share, I meant.
Yeah, Graham, Njoku over Kraft for us.
Njoku, yep.
Brown or White for Frank?
I'm going Brown. For the battle of the colors, at least it's only a 2-man split versus a 3-man split.
Sit 1 of HN, Mason, Walker, or Hunt. I said
have to start Mason and Walker.
HN.
It's HN versus Hunt.
Yeah, I think you said HN this week. Hunt has the whole job. HN could lose to Mostert in the red zone. Would you start both Jets receivers or bench 1 for Worthy and Pearsall?
I start them both. No Alan Lazard today.
Yeah. Bateman or Myers? I go Bateman. Again, I like Bateman. It's a
It's
standard.
It's standard. It's Bateman. Yeah.
Hunt, Dobbins, or Bigsby?
Just one of them. Hunt.
Yep. And then Kraft or Kincaid?
Kincaid for me.
Sit one of Bijan, Walker, Hunt, or Javante. Sheesh, you people be running back.
You cannot sit Bijan or Hunt. I mean, you can't sit Bijan or Walker. I would sit Javante Williams. It's a good matchup, but
he's not the best matchup.
So does Kareem Hunt gets the Raiders.
I know. Yeah, Javante is where we'll go here. Kicker question. Break out the kicker rankings here, Coop. Boswell, Lutz, McManus, or Bates?
Lutz rules. Spam in there.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to clear it out, but it just keeps popping up.
That means we're doing good. You know,
we're hitting the algorithms.
Once the porn bots come in, you know you've had a good show.
Sure.
All right, let's make sure we knock these. Timbuktu is what I got next.
Did you get the kicker yet?
Yeah, I said Lutz.
Oh, I didn't hear it. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Lutz.
Harrison or Pearsall in a standard league?
Harrison.
Yeah. Bigsby or Olave?
Bigsby or Olave. Where is that one?
Right here under Timbuktu.
I don't see that one on my screen. Bigsby.
Right. Kamara or Bigsby?
Yeah, Rip Phil Lesh passed away from the Grateful Dead. RIP. We go Kamara. Yep.
Taylor or Javante in a flex?
Taylor Kangas.
Taylor. Judy, Mostert, Pitts, or Kraft?
Tight end is Pitts, and the flex is Mostert, right? 20 touchdowns.
Yeah. Barkley, Hunter, Taylor. You like Taylor, so I guess we're going. Barkley.
I'm not sitting Barkley, dude. Can't sit Barkley
for sure. Debo, Dubs, Cooper, Hopkins. Start 2.
Debo and Amari Cooper.
Bigsby or Taylor? We're gonna go Taylor here.
Taylor. Yep.
Barkley.
2.
We did this one already. We want.
Barkley. No, he only asked 1.
Oh, Barkley and Taylor, I guess.
Barkley and Taylor. Barkley and Taylor.
Madison, Tolbert, Henry, Davis, and you got McConkey. Needs 2.
I go Madison and Tolbert. Hunter Henry, man, I love him, but the Jets is just not a good matchup, man.
You like Madison over McConkey?
Yeah, he's a full-time running back for an NFL team.
Muth Andrews, a Hunter Henry.
Andrews.
Wilson or Kyler? Again, I am not a Kyler Murray.
I'm sorry, Kyler Russ.
Just hasn't.
You got to ask somebody else.
Listen, I was huge on Kyler Murray. I ranked him 3rd in my pre-draft rankings, but he just has not been. I thought Marvin Harrison Jr. was going to be better, and he hasn't been, and therefore everything else has suffered. So
today's the day. Today's the day that everything comes together, Johnny.
I'm still going Russell Wilson for the safety there. Daniels or Knicks? No, you're going Daniels there, wave runner.
Yeah.
McMillan, Tillman, Schubert, or Tolbert? Need 2.
Tolbert and Tillman's out of this group. So it's Tolbert and McMillan or Tolbert and Chuba. What do you think, John?
McMillan.
Yeah, McMillan. Go for upside.
I don't know what Foye is.
Foye is the linebacker for you.
Got it. What do you think?
This is a
IDP question.
IDP question. Yeah, I mean you start Foye like he's an auto start, so it's easy if you just go with Luke Wilson if he's out. But he's like one of the best.
Yeah, you're an IDP guy, not I.
Not really, but like I mean, Foye is.
You do tackle monster props, so
I do tackle monsters. Yeah. He's regularly a tackle
monster. Terry, Dell, JSN, or MGH. T2.
Dell, and is it Dell and Terry, John?
I mean, JSN feels pretty good.
If it's full PPR, go JSN. If it's half or standard, go Terry.
Mahomes or Daniels, and then Debo or JSN. I would go Mahomes here.
Mahomes, yeah,
and then Debo over JSN.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Baker or Dak? Go Dak. Rank the defenses: Packers, Chiefs, Chargers, Ravens. Chargers are number 1 for me. I like their home matchup this week.
Chargers defense is good.
Sits well for them.
Yeah. Green Bay is probably last out of that group, to be honest.
Yeah, Chiefs get the Raiders and the Ravens.
Chargers, Chiefs, Ravens, Green Bay.
Yeah. Caleb or Daniels? I'm gonna go Caleb Williams here.
Caleb.
I know.
I'm gonna start Caleb in a lot of my own leagues.
Olave, JSN, Dobbins, or Chuba Hubbard need 1 in a flex.
Dobbins at RB and then JSN.
Ingram or Kraft?
Why doesn't Ingram have upside? He had 10 targets the other day, 25% last week. It's Ingram.
Sure. Ross is telling everybody to hit the like button. Hit that like button for us, guys. Hit the
You guys
like,
hit the
share,
like button?
subscribe.
Yeah. The heck?
While we have the audience, I'll let you guys know that right now we have a flash sale going on, $50 off your annual subscription package. Scan the QR code or go to fantasyslam.com/year. Type in promo code year. You take $50 off the annual sub. That makes the monthly cost less than $20 a month for the entire year. Our usual monthly price after your first month there is like $39. So you're basically getting 50% off your monthly cost if you sign up for the year. Includes all of our draft guides, our cheat sheets, Discord access, betting, seasonal, and DFS content. It's the best deal we've run all year. I'm not even just saying that. It is the best deal
It's the best.
we run all year. You get the year for less than $20 a month.
And it's the best time of
today.
year. The best time of year because it goes all the way around and it gets you all of baseball, literally all of baseball for next year through the World Series essentially. And then it gets you all the way up to the pre-draft fantasy basketball rankings and pre-draft fantasy hockey rankings because that's already started. It's like, and you got the rest of NASCAR playoffs. We have some of the best NASCAR writers.
MMA, you name it.
Yeah, so this is the time to do it.
It's the best deal we've ran all year. Yeah. $50 off your annual subscription.
Get you in the Discord where all the questions get answered. It's good.
And it's today only. So take advantage of it before it goes away.
Yep.
Flash sale. I lost my place though.
Me too. Dak or Baker, Chiefs defenses, Polakash, Russ. Okay, there's Russ. So now we're on this
Where
one.
Are we at?
I am K9. Good morning.
Good start two, Njoku, Adams, or Wilson?
Adams and Wilson.
Okay. Harrison Jr., Waddle, Bigsby, or Dowell?
Pick 3 of the 4, so bench 1. Bench Dowdle against the 49ers.
Yeah, bench Dowell. Olave, Flowers, or Watson?
Flowers, if he's playing, so I'm sorry.
Okay. Angel says report to spammer. Yeah, if you guys can report to spammer, helps us out too. Cousins and Mahomes. I'm going to go Mahomes here, Raymond. Give him benefit of the doubt. Need 3 of Gibbs, Dobbins, Hunt, or Javonte.
Wow.
I'm sitting Dobbins, man.
Yeah, you got to sit Dobbins with that group.
Cook or Connor. You like
James Cook is a great matchup.
Yeah. Pick 3. Olave, Waddle, Watson, Dubs, McMillan, Cohen, Yosilas.
Waddle, Dubs, and Yoshi.
Okay. Works. Harrison or Tank Dell?
I think I would go Tank this week.
Kincaid or Henry?
Kincaid.
Some thank yous. No, thank you guys as well. Let's burn through these final questions here, guys. Debo or Zay?
Debo.
Goff or Mahomes? Gonna go Mahomes. Pollard or Brown?
With no Tajay Spears, I'm just gonna start Pollard.
Okay. Twitch gang here. Olave, Hopkins, Kirk, or Wicks?
Twitch gang. Hey, have some fun today, extended mags. Hopkins. Let's go. They say he's gonna play the whole game.
Warren, Tracy, or Ernest? Pick 2. Who sits? Warren, Tracy, or Ernest?
Got all those backup running backs. I'm going to sit the Ernest Johnson.
Okay. Thomas or Hopkins?
Hopkins.
Hubbard or Najee?
Najee.
Watson, Eckler, Tracy, Standard League.
You said you like Eckler, right, John?
I do.
Standard League, though. I think you just have to go Watson.
I think I go Watson in this.
That's where you just go. Play, yeah.
JSN or Devonta Smith? Devonta Smith.
Yeah.
Fries or onion rings? So it depends. Is it beer battered onion rings? It has to be beer battered.
Has to be, yeah.
It's the only way I do onion rings.
But I mean, and again, fries can miss pretty hard too, though. I think onion rings have the higher upside.
I don't like the tempura, like floury battered onion rings. I need like good hearty beer battered.
Right. Fries are safer, but onion rings have the higher ceiling.
Yeah, they do for sure. Dak or Daniels? I'm gonna go Dak there, Benjamin.
Yeah.
Hubbard or Najee?
Najee, man. Hubbard, that matchup.
Twitch King wants to know Mahomes or Williams. I'm going to go Caleb Williams this week.
Caleb.
And then Kittle or Andrews?
Kittle, dude. Kittle's been so good. And all the wide receivers are hurt. Kittle is pretty much forced into...
Right, we got 3 questions left, Coop. We got pick up Russ, drop Wright, Wilson, Singletary, Chandler, Robinson. Drop DeMarcus Robinson. You have
he's
all the wide receivers are back.
Boring.
Henry or Pittman?
Pittman.
Olave or Dell?
Dell.
Shepard, Ferguson, Downs, Mostert, or Etienne. Mostert for me.
Mostert, yeah. Ferg has the worst matchup you can have as a tight end.
Last question of the week. Daniels, Kyler, or Tua? Give me Tua.
Tua. Look at that. We're all in lockstep there.
Again, check that out. Flash sale. Last time to get it. Fantasyslam.com/year. promo code year, scan the QR code right there, $50 off your annual subscription. That's less than $20 a month for the entire year. It's the cheapest deal we've had all season long. Get in there, join us now, help us let you win your championships, and enjoy week 8, everybody. We'll be back next week. Until then, we'll talk to you later.